Hey guys, Ag Nerd here. Hope you and your family are doing well. So we're going to talk about Christmas trees, and today's video is going to be a tough video for me. So bear with me if I jump around or if I get jumpy. It's A, it's a tough video, and B, it's cold. Oh my gosh! But I figured, what a great day to talk about Christmas trees, other than a nice, pretty snowy day like it is. We don't get a lot of snow in East Texas, but look at it go. So, you know, it's around Christmas and you turn on the TV and, they have all these Christmas movies on and they romanticize Christmas trees and Home in a Christmas Tree Farm. And those are great. And I love to watch those kinds of movies. But what they don't tell you about are the struggles that go along with being a Christmas tree farmer. They don't tell you about the amount of labor and the death and the mortality of Christmas trees, or the pesticides and herbicides that you have to use to maintain your Christmas trees. So I'm going to kind of go into that with you real quick, and then we'll talk about what my next steps are. But right away, everything wants to eat your Christmas trees. There's three big predators out there, if you will, and it probably starts with gophers. So when you're getting your Christmas trees planted, you got to make rows. There's a little labor involved in that. You got to make your rows. You got to lay it all out. You have such a spacing. You got to make sure they have full sunlight. Then you till those where you have your rows. You till them out so it's easier to plant. You get your little Christmas trees. You go get them in January and you plant them. You get your little dibble bar and you put them in the ground. And it takes us, I don't know, 3 to 5 days. And like I said, we typically get about 700 to 900, maybe sometimes 1,000 trees planted a year. So yeah, that means we're close to about 6,000 trees, well over 5,000 trees in the ground. But so you get them all planted and you go to bed and you think life is good. I got 500 to 1,000 trees in the ground and life's going to be good. And you wake up the next morning, you run out there to go check on them and you go, what the heck? I planted this a full row and there's like 10 trees missing. What the heck? Gophers. It's like, have you ever gone to a pizza buffet and you just get to eat as much as you want? And well, that's what gophers do. It's like, you planted these trees here for me and I'm going to eat them up. And so overnight, they'll literally go in and they'll just disappear. Or they'll be halfway in the ground and you go and you pull up the tree, it's stuck in the ground, you pull it up and like half of it's gone. Very, very tough, very, very disappointing. The next one is deer. Deer will, let's talk about gophers. Let's go back to gophers. You got two options. You can trap them, poison them, or both. And we've done both. And have we had an impact on them? Yes. Do they still get in there and get us? Yes. Deer is the next one. They like to come in and they'll eat them and they like to rub their heads on them. And we've even put up hot wire to keep them out, but they'll either A, jump over the hot wire, or B, run through it. Oh, sorry if I got a runny nose. It's cold. And then the last one are pigs. And man, pigs are such a nuisance in Texas. Pigs are so destructive in Texas. And there's no difference than when it comes to Christmas trees. They will absolutely get in your fields. Because I till, it's like easy digging for them, easy rooting, because the soil is much easier for them to get their snout in. And you can trap them, you can shoot them, but man, pigs are smart and it's just so tough. So those are the big deals when it comes to Christmas trees, the three eaters, the three predators. There's about 3 insects that are pretty tough on Christmas trees. One is the pine tip moth. Pine tip moths, there's some damage right there. It's a moth, they'll come in and they'll lay their eggs and they'll bore in the tip of the tree and they'll kill it. You'll see death. And so you're going to be spraying a pesticide to kill those guys. The next one is fire ants. Fire ants are just big in Texas. They're going to get in your fields, and it's not too bad during the regular part of the year. They don't do too much damage to the tree, but they do damage if someone is in your field and they get bit and stung, or there's ants in a tree, heaven forbid, that gets in someone's house, and yet you don't want to fight all that. And then wasp. We don't have too many problems with wasp. We have encountered it a couple of times where you'll be mowing or you're trimming, and they'll build a wasp nest, and then they'll come out and get you. And I don't know about you, but I do not like to be stung by a wasp. Labor. Well, let's not go into labor. Let's talk about irrigation. I'm fortunate that several years I put in a deep water well, and I ran a pipeline across my farm. But Texas droughts are a little bit meaner these days. And so I don't have drip irrigation, and I probably should get into it, but I do run sprinklers, and I try to water first and second year plantings. I don't water them all, but like these guys, I haven't watered these guys, and I don't know, these are 2 years. I mean, this is from my second generation, so they're about 4.5 years old. So I don't irrigate these anymore, and don't send me to do it. But if it's first year planting, second year planting, I do irrigate, and so that's intensive. Labor, that's the big one. So let's start with the idea that I got into this 6+ years ago with this is something for my family. This is something that legacy that I can provide to my family. And granted, my son said, "Dad, we don't want to do Christmas trees." But Dad's stubborn. Dad's an old man, and he's ornery. And they'll like it. They'll love to learn it and like it. But they didn't, and I don't blame them, because it's labor intensive. You got to keep these fields mowed. Grass is mean. They compete not only for nutrients but moisture, and so you're constantly mowing the grass, and you can put some herbicide to kill, and I do that. I don't want to spray a bunch of weed killer, grass killer. I don't want to spray a bunch of pesticides. But if you're going to get into Christmas trees, you're going to do that. Even spraying the herbicide, you still have to mow everything. And if you've got 6,000 trees, you're going to mow one planting a day. At least that's what I try to do. And so, and during the summertime, you're mowing I've got 6 years worth, and you mow one every day. Well, you get to the end of the week, well, you got to start over and start mowing over again. And so you're going to want to have a good lawnmower, and B, you're going to be out here quite a lot. And then the last one is trimming trees. This is a Virginia pine tree, and it is a pine tree. You have to work hard to make it a Christmas tree. It fights you the whole way. So all that being said, you're going to have to trim it at least twice a year, if not 3 times a year. And we typically do it, twice a year. And then the last thing, people on your farm. And this is the big deal that my son's like, "Dad, we don't want a bunch of people on our farms." And, it hasn't been that bad. We've when we were open, on the most part, people are nice, people are kind, but then there's some of those jackwagons. And so here's the deal. We do a lot of different things on our farm. We have a cow-calf operation. We cut and bale hay. We have a blackberry patch, a blueberry patch. We have an Airbnb. Of course, I'm big into haunted houses. I have my own haunted house, or other different things. And I don't know that Christmas trees is in our future. I don't know if we're going to keep doing this. It's middle of winter. We're going to weigh through our options and pray about it and kind of determine if this is something that we want to continue doing. But I thought this was a good time to do this video, A, because of the beautiful snow. We don't get a lot of snow in East Texas. And B, you know, if you ever look up other people's videos on YouTube, they're talking about all the great stuff that's involved with Christmas trees. And there are some good things. Don't let me totally discourage you. But here it is. Give me your thoughts. Give me your comments. Let me know if I'm just crazy as all get outs, or if you have any suggestions. I hope this video was helpful. God bless you and your family. Agnerd out.